everyone, and welcome back! It's time to go find our boy Alphinaud! The Crystal Exarch is eager for you to meet with Alphinaud. In search of Alphinaud. Let's get straight back into it. You will visit Alphinaud in Culissia then. Excellent! As I mentioned, your destination is an island off the west coast, so you'll need a mount capable of making the journey. An Amaro, perhaps? Here's a letter of introduction. Presented to... oh god. Semgenmai, the Master of Beasts at Taminos Rookery, and he will take care of you. When you see Alphinaud, be sure to pass on my warmest regards. Da, 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 da. I really do need to go back to the source and see how characters react to talking to me. I'll do it after I get the next... ooh, I've still got you out. After I get the next ether crystal, ether net, whatever the fuck it's called. So we want to go to... oh, makes sense. Do do do. Do do. Wait. I couldn't see the marker. Genmai. Your face is unknown to me. What business have you at my rookery? Let's have an introduction. Signed by the Exarch, no less. Yes, I can provide you with an Amaro for passage to Culissia. I will pick you out a friendly whelp. Amaro are often used for travel then, and there I was expecting a chocobo. I actually want to know both of them, but we do know the chocobo, but they're not widely used. A chocobo? Do you hail from one of Northrant's more isolated settlements, perchance? I hear there are a few places where they ride little else. But here in the Crystarium, mounts like that grey fellow there are far more commonly used. Seeing as you are plainly unaccustomed to riding Amaro, I think it best I accompany you on this flight myself. Any Zun worthy of the name could do it, of course, but the Exarch sent you to me. Ensuring you arrive safely is my responsibility. Gather your things and meet me at the Amaro launch. One of the junior tamers will attend to you while I ready the mounts. Actually, you know what would be cheaper? If we do it this way, because then I can return here. I just want to see what Totaro says, because context-wise, she should have received a message from us. And I totally forgot that I wanted to check this. Oh, hello, Quay. Do 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 do. Alexander! I was going about my business the other day when a feisty little pixie suddenly appeared and gave me a report about your doings. It certainly sounds like you have your work cut out for you, so just leave things here to me and focus on getting things done in the first. Fair enough. And everyone else is off. Alright, well, let's head back. I just want to know. Also, interestingly, you can't actually talk to Kryl, so... do you only really get a response from Totaro? Anyways, Amaro launch. No. Amaro launch. Boop. Do 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 do. Excuse me, sir. You want to fly an Amaro to Coliseum? Well, I suppose if Master Genmai is going with you. Wait here, please. The Master should be along with the Mount shortly. You can now travel to Coliseum. Speak with the aspiring Amaro trainer to fly there. Timote.
The whistling breeze, mute. The pounding surf, frozen. Time itself takes a breath. At light's edge, all is perfectly still. The world captured in a painting, locked in a moment. Music, faint and fleeting, drifts coastward on the lifeless air. And in the distance, beyond the broken earth, a city beckons.
Novrant Colusia. So now is our Limsa time. We've arrived. This is Crackshell Beach on the eastern coast of Colusia. You should be safe here for the present. Compared to the mainland, sin-eater attacks are far less prevalent, and the native beasts are not any more dangerous than elsewhere. It is the people you should be wary of. Spy you that city in the distance? That is Yulmore, the island's main settlement. It rivals the Crystarium in scale, and was once an ally in our battle against the abominations. For years, the Yulmoran elite have fancied themselves the masters of what remains of our broken world. They have gone as far as to offer the leaders of the other settlements their protection, if we bent the knee. But to say their ideals are questionable would be putting it mildly. The Crystarium is one among many who resists their heavy-handed authority. And while we are not at war, our relationship with Yulmore is strained at best. It may be wise to conceal your ties with the Exarch during your stay here, especially in the vicinity of the city. I am glad we understand each other. Now, the Exarch has instructed me to divulge a secret that should make finding your friend a good deal easier. Listen closely. A still tide. Whatever Genmai has to tell you, he plainly deems it worthy of your undivided attention. If you head south along the coast, you'll eventually come to a fisherman's shack. A friend of the Crystarium lives there, a man who goes by the name of Abor. Abor keeps an eye on everything that happens in Colusia, and will be able to point you in the right direction. Just hand him a sprig of thyme. That will let him know you can be trusted. Here, this should be enough. Find your friend. I will stay here with the Amaro until you are ready to return. Ooh, little hobby-gobbies. With the old goblin design. Not quite as cute as the ones we're used to. There's also quite a lot of them. Hey, boy. What are you after? Fish? Crab? I think I've got an eel in a barrel somewhere if you've a taste for him. Some lake thyme. A fragrant herb commonly found growing along the floodplains of the source. Oh, I do love a bit of thyme. Chuck some in the pan and it's like a bloody festival of flavour. Also, I just realised you're basically like Kamari. Now, what's that going to do for you? Can't say as there's been any major upsets to report these past few days. Alphinoe? I know the one. Our young champion of the downtrodden. You're more richer than all the Northrend put together. But it's a different story for them as live outside the city. Most spend every waking moment just trying to stay alive. What makes your friend's dedication to helping others... Wait, which makes your friend's dedication to helping others stand out all the more? I can hazard a guess as to where he is now. Get a message to him. What? I can hazard a guess as to where he is now. Get a message to him. Okay, I can sort of understand that. But you'll need somewhere quiet to meet, away from prying eyes. Make for Stilltide. There's a fishing village just up the path there. You're looking for a rundown excuse for a tavern the locals call the Licky Keel. Wait here and I'll see that Alphino joins you. So thus far, I'm not getting major, oh my god, this looks like vibes here. At least not yet. Alright. Ooh, training dummies. In here? This your first time in a tavern? It's customary to buy a drink if you meet a loiter. What'll you be having? I'll have a water, please. A fine choice. And what'll you be paying with? Well now, those are exotic. Where did you come by coins like that? I'm sorry dear, I don't doubt they have value, but I don't have a touchstone to test their purity. And now I'm not about to go begging for one from the neighbours, so we'll just have to come to some other arrangement. I want a glass of water! Jesus! Ah, here's an idea. There's a common to the north where we grow our vegetables, but lately the pests have been eating more of them than we have. What do you say to a bit of extermination work? I want you to squash any vermin you find, then visit the caretaker and give him an earful for me for sleeping on the job. He'll be in the old silo next to the fence, snoring like it's not. Do that for me, and you can laze about here as long as you like. Fucking didn't mean to click that. God, I mean, I understand if I'd asked for anything but a glass of bloody water. Go away, Whiptail. No. Just thinking. This bit looked a bit familiar. Bloody blighted crop. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Bow 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 ba-dow ba-dow ba-dow. Ba-ba-dow bow ba-dow ba-dow ba-dow. Any more? Ah, but yeah. I really dislike this battle music when it starts up in the field, but I actually really like it once it gets going. Do 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 do. Ba da ba 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 da. Barred door. No response. Maybe you need to knock louder. No response. Perhaps the occupant is hard of hearing. Kick the door down. You hear a faint squeaking from the room beyond. Time to burst in and save the day, brave adventurer. Why, is free talking to me? You know what, I don't half doubt that. No one's home, and judging by the lack of furniture, they haven't been for some time. The gnawing scraps of vegetables on the floor suggest rats have taken up residence in their absence. Right. Oh yeah, I forgot about you guys. Right, that's interesting. Weird. Welcome back, dear. What did that good-for-nothing caretaker have to say for himself? Gone? Huh. Must have left to join the rest of the hopefuls. In Gate Town, I'll tell you more. You don't have a clue what I'm talking about, do you? And there I was thinking you were another dreamer. Well, never mind all that. Take a seat wherever you like, dear. You've more than earned it. I'll even throw in another drink on the house. Oh, how generous. Nice glass of extra water. 2 glasses of water. Mr. Darcy, you spoil me. Oh, don't drink that.
And how is business today, Mistress Theva?
Oh, frenetic. Look, I have a new customer.
Tis good to see you, my friend. The barley seeds you wanted. They should produce a better harvest than the last.
What, just like that? Oh, well, Fino, you really are a dear. Well, I'd best be tidying up some of those empty shacks before the pests move in. Keep an eye on the place while I'm out, eh?
It seems an age since last we spoke. Not since the prisoner exchange in Doma. And Yotsu. It has been even longer for me, of course, if you count the days I've spent here. But the time has only added to the relief I feel seeing you safe and well.
Me, I was worried about you. We thought we'd lost you. Yeah, me? I was more worried about you! You bloody idiot.
Alize said much the same thing. I don't think I've ever had such a scolding. But I believe an exchange of news is in order. Come, tell me of your arrival and all that came before.
Well, thankfully there's not much to tell. I just got here. Oh, the war. There is all that.
I see. Both the Exarch and Alize told me what they knew of events, but I had stubbornly clung on to the hope that all-out war might yet be avoidable. And poor Tataru. She must be sick with worry. We must endeavor to return as soon as we may. It would be nice to bring her good tidings for a change. But before we bid this world farewell, we must first ensure that it is not rejoined to the source. We must prevent the 8th Umbral Calamity. Urianger's vision of the future has, I fear, every chance of coming true. By his description, the catalyst for the calamity was a formless and deadly weapon employed by the Garlean Empire.
Ooh. Black Rose?
Which can only mean one thing. Black Rose. Gaius was telling you the truth. When we were on the trail of the Ascians, we saw evidence that the gas was being manufactured once more. Gaius was adamant that the project had been scrapped. But so long as there are wars to be waged, there will always be those determined to win by any means. And thus simply destroying the existing stores of Black Rose would do little to alter fate's course. In that sense, our involuntary journey here to the First was something of a boon. Together with the Exarch, we've developed a theory as to how we believe the rejoining will be set in motion. I'm sure Urianger himself will cover the subject in more detail. But I can tell you the process requires that both worlds, the Source and the First, be facing an existential threat. One being Sin Eaters, of course. They are a menace that I would dearly love to remove, and not just to avert a calamity. I may be a stranger to this world, but I will not stand idly by and let innocent people be slaughtered. That is what brought me to the gates of Yulmore. Ignoring its pretensions as a kind of capital city to what remains of the world, it is nonetheless a center of power and authority. If any solutions are to be found, I believe our search should begin there. What say you, old friend? Hungry for another adventure?
I mean, I always am. Punch, punch.
And so we take to the road once more.
Bam, bam.